Hi everybody, I'm going to show you a really beautiful deck today. It is called the Singing Serpent Tarot by Eleanor Boyce. Here is the box. And I had seen this deck a couple of years ago when I was on her site. And, you know, I just kind of put it off. And the other day, a couple weeks ago, I woke up and this deck came to my mind out of the blue. And I sort of had an intuition, oh, go revisit Eleanor Boyce's site. It's nocthag.com, really cool name. And I visited the site, actually, and I did find her on Etsy as well. I'll link all that below. And I decided to buy the deck. And I'm so glad I did, because I found that it's a beautiful deck, and I have a really nice connection with the deck. So let me show you what you get with the deck. You get a really intelligently, beautifully written little white book. You get a black organza bag, and there are a couple of cards in there, one talking about the deck itself and one talking a little bit about Eleanor Boyce's work. So the deck is black and white, and I do want to go through a lot of the cards with you. I won't go through the whole deck, though. I want to show you the backing. It's gorgeous. So yes, it's a pen and ink style deck, and you'll see there's a serpent here, and there is a very unobtrusive serpent in all of the cards. And so it doesn't overwhelm the cards, but it's just there giving its voice. And such a great voice it is. So let's take a look. Here is the Fool. What impressed me so much when I first got the deck is the skill with which these cards, have been done. Every line is so perfect and beautiful. Here is the Magician. I really like the composition on the cards as well. It's beautiful. Oh, the High Priestess. I don't know if you can see how this was done, but her veil here covering her face, it's just so delicate and beautiful. The cards are very strong, I feel. She's got her scroll and the keys. Oh, so there you see the serpent. It's unusual for the High Priestess to have the keys, but I do like that. Oh, the Empress is stunning and sexy and beautiful. Several of these cards, this one included, brings me back to, it puts me in mind of certain pieces of music that I used to journey with when I was a little younger, before I had the cards. And it's really prompted me to go back and listen to those pieces of music. So there's something about the deck that, for me, it's kind of reconnecting with a really special part of myself. And I see this, and I can just hear, like Ian MacDonald's hauntingly beautiful flute, from King Crimson. So just very inspiring. And there are several, there's the Emperor, pieces of music, actually, that it's inspired me to go back and listen to. I just love that. The Hierophant is called the Priest. I really like this card. So she made just a few subtle changes, which I really do like. And we'll see here that his staff, it isn't the typical triple cross of the Grand Master. She just did it a little differently and did it as circles. So it still has the meaning here. We have the 3 circles. Keeps the same meaning. I like that he's got the sun here on his head. Showing that he does have a level of illumination, and that he does understand the sun's cycles. And this I really like. Here, he's giving a benediction. Normally, it's facing skyward, and here we have his benediction, his hands facing earth, to the earth. So when I saw that, I liked it so much, because it's showing that he does know the earth. Maybe he even understands a bit of the underworld. Now, I really, I have a lot of, I do homeopathy, and I do herbs, and I work with all that. So I like that. Maybe this priest here also understands the plants and the healing properties of the earth as well. Nicely done. So here we have the Lovers. And they They are in fancy dress. Oh, and this is a nice touch where they're each holding a symbol of their, you know, he has a symbol of his maleness and she of her feminine aspects. And yeah, it's nice the way they're all dolled up, but then they have their bare feet. The Cupid up here looks like the arrow is aiming towards the woman. And if you remember in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, it's the woman is interacting more with the angel. So I thought that also was a nice touch. And I do want to say that this is a very traditional deck. It's very clean. It's not, you know, overdone with symbolism. It's just perfect. So here's the Chariot. Okay, Justice is number 8. And you'll see that she is blindfolded. And you can see her hair, you know, showing that she's working from her mind, a mental state, and not so much the emotional state. Oh, the Hermit. I love the Hermit. This is another one that made me pull out one of my old Nick Turner CDs. And it's great to see a Hermit that doesn't have the typical 6-pointed star. I really was happy with that. But it's powerful, and there's so much movement. Very exciting. Here is the wheel. It's called Fortune. Strength. The Hanged Man. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, the Death card, also a very strong card. Another thing I like a lot about this deck is the way she did the borders, and you'll see in all of the cards, you know, the borders aren't completely closed. So it makes, again, for nice composition, but it also kind of, if you're doing a spread, it lets the energy sort of just flow in and out from card to card, and it just looks beautiful. This is Temperance, and it's called Alchemy. Again, there's a sensuality to the card, very beautiful. Just incredible. Oh, the Devil card I quite like. I like the boldness with which she did this card. And that is the kind of the traditional Baphomet. And here is the Tower. The Star. So beautiful. The Moon, another gorgeous card. I'm going to tell you, every card in the deck is beautiful. Every card in the deck is done with perfection. And here's the Sun. This is sort of like a Marseille-style sun. I mean, I have all kinds of decks, and I have, you know, and I like them all, regardless, you know. But we all, come on, we've all seen those decks where there's that one card where the perspective is off, or the head is too small, or the thumb is on the wrong side of the hand. And, you know, that's okay. But not in this deck. You won't find anything like that, because the level of mastery, I think, it really drew me right in. And here is the Judgment card. And the World. So you can see it's simple, it's beautiful, and I do want to talk a little bit about the voice of the deck. To me, the voice it's kind of a serious voice, sort of like a friend that really wants to give you solid advice. So it's serious, but there's a kindness and helpfulness to it. That is what I've come up with. And my readings have been, you know, I've just understood them. So the other day I had 3 court cards for my reading in the morning, and I didn't have to bring out any other cards out to qualify it, because I understood who they were going to be talking about and what the cards represented and who they represented. And it really played out just that way. So I do want to show you some of in the minors. The court cards are so gorgeous that I wanted to show you a few of them. Here's the sword suit. There's sort of a Japanese influence in the deck as well. And in some of the cards, you get the impression that they're masked, almost like kabuki masked. So there's, even though the deck is simple, there's plenty to aid in your intuition and understanding. And here we see the Page of Swords leaning against a beautiful feather. And here is the Knight of Swords. Now the Queen and King. So I'm going to show you the Queen and King from all of the suits, and then we'll get back into some of the minors. Here's the Queen of Discs. You see the mountains behind her. And here's the King. So all of the kings and queens do look like they belong together as a couple, which I had said in a previous video is something I do like very much in a deck. Okay, now let's look at the King and Queen of Cups. Or here's the Queen, beautiful Queen. And she's sitting on a shell here. And the King. All right, and the Wands. There's the Queen. And you'll see that there is a big candle behind her for the Fire of the Wands suit and the King. I'm going to say that absolutely this is going to look a lot better in person. You know, I just have a small little mini pad here, and I know it's not going to come through near as well as if you were holding them in your hand, because I just can't say enough how, you know, gorgeous they are and how they speak to me. Here is the Two of Swords. You can buy a companion book. I don't usually buy tarot books, but I might consider buying it just because I like very much the way the Little White Book is written. There's the Three of Swords. I haven't decided yet. And here's the Five of Swords. If you could see this in person, it's very beautiful as well. The Six. He's pointing onward. And let's skip ahead. I'll show you the 9 and 10. Really nicely done. Okay, so should we look at some of the cups here? Here's the Ace of Cups. All right, the Two, very sweet. The Three. Let me skip ahead a little bit. Oh, the Five. Wow. There are actually 5 people standing here on the deck, and the way she has, it's just incredible. The people are standing next to each other, and the way she drew the fine lines of the bodies is really beautiful. And you can feel the loss and sorrow in that card as well. Here, what do we have? Here's the Six. And the 9 is gorgeous. I like how she did the water as well. Look at that card. Isn't that beautiful? The water just has a slight, sort of an Art Deco feel to it. It's so pretty. And here is the 10. Wands. There's the Ace. Two. It's the Three. see what else. I think, what am I showing all the I didn't realize until now I'm showing all the odd cards. Here's the 8. So we'll even it up a little bit. I like this very much with the all that movement in there. Just love it. Look at that. Look at the feet. I like how she did the feet in the cards. They're very pointed and beautiful. And I guess maybe because I'm a dancer, I kind of picked up on that, or I noticed that. I'm not sure. But I like it very much. And let's see, here is the 9 and 10. And the page here. And we'll look at a few of the discs. There's the ace, 2, I'll skip to the 4, the 5, and there's the 8 and the 9 here. So it's beautiful. I think it's been underrated. And anyway, so you can see how I feel about it. I think it's fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed seeing it. I will see you soon. Bye.